reporting to you from Las Vegas at the NBA Summer League. So, pretty crazy game. You obviously enjoyed it from from the bench. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's unbelievable. The team fought really hard, and I was really impressed with that. I told them at the beginning of the game, it's a game of runs. We started off in like a 9-2 run, and they came up like 5 points. So, it's not like that in college. I think that's what they have to adjust to. In college, if you're up 15 or 20, the game's over. NBA, you can always come back. So, and obviously the shot, everyone's seen the shot. I always believed in him. It's one of my closest friends since like 8th grade. So I'm really proud of him that people are good to see, all the hard work he's put in that's showing off on the court.
How excited are you to finally play with him again? I know you guys went to school together, and he kind of talked to me about how excited he was to be a son. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's amazing because it's just crazy how things happen in life. You never expect that to happen. First, to go to college together, and then it's easy college because you get to pick your college, but NBA picks you, and just for us to end up on a team out of all 30 teams, it's crazy. Like I said, I'm blessed to be in a situation in my life, and it's crazy just how everything matches up.
What are the biggest pieces of advice that you're giving to him?
Just have tunnel vision. A lot goes on in the NBA that you can't control. So really just have tunnel vision and control the controllables. A lot of things go on, trades happen, coaching changes. I've pretty much seen it all last year, so I got to see it firsthand. But it's crazy because you develop relationships in the NBA, and then you might not get to play with that person ever again. Right. So you never know what can happen. You just have a ton of vision, keep working on your game, and have fun while you're here.
You shocked a lot of people last season. You had an excellent season. I don't think a lot of people expected you to do that well. Now the expectations are going to be even higher next season. How do you plan on living up to those?
That's how I've been most of my life. I've always been the underdog, but now I think a lot of people are starting to figure out how I can play a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I went to University of Kentucky. I credit that a lot because the pressure's always on you there. You're always on the spotlight. You're always on the scene. So I'm used to it. I feel like it brings the best out of me, honestly.
Obviously, over the past couple of years, the Suns have really struggled trying to develop a culture. Now you're going to kind of be the face of the Phoenix Suns. I think so. I don't know if you agree, but I definitely think so. How important is it to develop that kind of culture?
It's really important because, first of all, you have to win over the fans, and that's a big key. Obviously we didn't, do the numbers that we wanted to fans-wise this year, but hopefully it'll be better. But that's what I try to establish. If you're being the face of the franchise, obviously they love how you play, but at the same time, you have to be able to interact with people, be able to talk to people, and everything plays on to being that face or that role model. So, I'm just working on a little bit of everything, and I think, if we have a couple pieces in our team that can do all that, and then bring it on the court, that I think we can turn this thing around.
What are your expectations for next season?
Playoffs. That's what we've been talking about. I think it's like a 6-year drought now that they haven't made it. So, to be the team to transform that over and make the playoffs, I want to be that.
2 quick fire questions for you. Is there any players that you kind of shape your game around or really looked up to when you were growing up?
Rip Hamilton when I was really young.
Wow. Why him?
I was raised in Michigan at the time. He was playing with the Detroit Pistons. He used to always wear the face mask, and I used to run around the house just to make my own face mask.
Really?
So, and I actually had a chance to meet him and talk to him and just tell him I appreciate everything he's done for the game, things like that.
Was there any pieces of advice he offered you?
I've actually talked to him a lot. So every time I talk to him, it's usually, not about basketball, but sometimes, he tells me, I like the way he moved without the ball. Obviously, he was the king of that. So, just staying focused.
If you were an NBA GM, who are you taking in your top 5, starting 5 all time?
Point, I go Magic. Shooting guard, I have to go Jordan. Small forward, LeBron. My 4-man, Tim Duncan. My 5-man, I go Shaq.
All right, that's a great lineup to me.
I like it.
Thank you so much for your time.